Hey guys, it's Nick Armenis here from Armenis Digital. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I just wanted to talk to you about Google Performance Max campaigns. So these are the newest, campaign type in Google's arsenal. They've very recently been released. And I just wanted to give you guys some information now that they've been around a little while, just a bit about my experience, who they're good for, why you would use them, when you wouldn't use them, and just everything kind of you need to know about them. And in the following video I do about them, I'll actually take you through and show you how to set them up, and then a bit more information how to optimize and stuff like that. So this is just a broad overview. For those of you that want more information on Google Performance Max campaigns, let's get into the video. So as I said, in today's video, I'm going to take you through these relatively new Google marketing strategy, called Performance Max campaigns. I'm going to take you through all the advantages, disadvantages, and how you can use these to target your ideal customers. So a really brief overview of Performance Max. So Performance Max campaigns are goal-based campaign types, allowing Google advertisers to reach customers across the following 6 platforms in just one single campaign. So you only need one campaign to go across YouTube, display, search, discovery, Gmail, and Maps. So you will appear in all of these areas based on the assets you upload. So you're not going to have to manage multiple campaigns. So these campaigns can assist with discovering new converting customers through goal customization and interaction with customers across all of Google's channels. So again, it is going to be harnessing Google's machine learning, artificial intelligence to find new customers and also remarket. So it does everything in just a single campaign. So when should you use Performance Max campaigns? So I would say that this campaign type is most suitable for advertisers who have a very specific conversion goal in mind. So I know a lot of this channel is about e-commerce, but you can also use these for lead generation, increasing online sales, or just improving your customer reach. You want to easily be able to manage campaigns across multiple channels in a single campaign. For those of you that do manage multiple campaigns, you know that the amount of URLs, assets, so images, videos, audiences, it can be really tricky and time consuming to have multiple campaigns across all of these channels. So if you are short on time or don't have the expertise to manage these on an ongoing basis, Performance Max is probably for you. It can be very tricky to, use the traditional method though of drop shipping in testing products, lots of different products, not having the same things go on an ongoing basis. So if you're short on time, don't have the expertise, these are probably pretty good for you. Let's move on to the advantages of Performance Max campaigns. So what are you able to do and why is it an advantage? So you're able to reach all these audiences across YouTube, display, search, discovery, and Gmail. We're able to utilize Google's AI. So we're able to gain relevant information about the target audiences to know when messages should be sent based on things like location, language, time, and context. So Google knows where you are, what you're doing, and it knows when you're most likely to convert on that action. So it looks at your past history, it looks at other people's past history, and these campaigns utilize that power. So another thing I should have said as well, guys, is Performance Max is going to be replacing Smart Shopping. So your shopping will be in there. You'll be able to use your Merchant Center feed, and it will obviously do that same Smart Shopping strategy all within that campaign as well. So no more having to have Smart Shopping campaigns. Everything's just done in here. So we're able to optimize the goal at the beginning of the campaign, which you can kind of do it on everything and improve conversions. But because it's a smart bidding strategy, basically it's going to learn over time and improve. You need to select whatever you're optimizing for and have that conversion tracking set up. They're quick and easy to set up. So again, one single campaign, and we've got ability to utilize Google's real-time information of customer intention and audiences. So you can use all of Google's audiences. You can create a bunch of audiences within there in the setup phase based on keywords, in-market, custom intent, your own remarketing audiences, and the like. So there's definitely some really good advantages there. Now the disadvantages, limited reporting capabilities. So we're unable to view individual campaign types performance. So we don't know how shopping, search, display, discovery, all those different types. We don't really know which one's driving the sales. It becomes a bit of a black box. Lack of control. We're not able to utilize any manual bidding. The only thing we're able to do is set a target ROAS. So this campaign optimizes for conversions, and we can set a target ROAS there. If you don't have proper conversion tracking in place, guys, this is really not going to work for you. And I do see a lot of accounts. I come across so many accounts that still don't have proper conversion tracking set up. Make sure you set this up if you're going to use any smart bidding strategy, right? And look, the reporting thing might sound silly and the control, but a lot of the time what I find is Google campaigns are very, very good if you just let them run for a very long time, but it takes a while to readjust to any changing circumstances. So events like COVID, smart shopping and smart campaigns really freaked out because changes in search volume, both up and down. It's very, very slow to adjust. I find that it often overbids because at the end of the day, Google is a company that needs to make money for its shareholders, right? It's going to do what's in its best interest. And quite often that means overbidding. And if everyone does smart bidding, and then obviously you're giving all of that control to Google, and they're going to do what's best for them as well. Now, they are going to try and get you conversions, right? I'm not saying they're not going to, but obviously over time, these costs will continue to go up. And it's not a reason not to use them. It's just something to be aware of. And if you're working for a company or within a company, or you want to know the reporting based on like branded terms, remarketing, and break all these things down, you're not going to be able to do it with Performance Max campaigns. So no control, no reporting, and really relies on conversion tracking. A bit more about these down the track, guys. So how to optimize Performance Max campaigns. The first thing you could probably do, particularly for e-commerce, is set a target ROAS. Target ROAS can kind of bring it in line, but what you're going to want to do is when you first set this up, utilize that final URL expansion option to try, which is basically dynamic search ads, to bring in plenty of things. Let it run for quite a while. Make sure you've included all of your different creative elements such as videos, logos, calls to action, images, titles. You can change these over time, right? Like if you find that something's not doing too well, there is some basic reporting. Change these, test new ones. You can use different audience signals, test different audiences, add, remove products, and budget changes based on performance. So if performance is going very poorly, lower the budget a bit. If it's doing very well, increase the budget a bit. 10, 20%, somewhere there, every few days, not too often, even less with these campaigns actually. And what I find is let this run for 2 weeks, if you can, a full month before you do anything. I actually will normally let them run a full month now before really touching absolutely anything. I will start it on a lower budget, $50, $100, depending on the business, maybe bigger if the budget is there. And you can let that run for that amount of time to utilize, I guess, the AI. And what you'll find is at the very beginning, CPCs, everything will be all over the place. The first few days you might get a ton of sales, the next few you get none. It's just really testing. You've got to let it do its thing. If you sit there and keep making changes like you do to your Facebook ads, they will fail. That is not how Google ads are. Okay, so let it do its thing. Expect it to be up and down. It's just testing. It is a new campaign type. It's testing a lot of different things at once. So again, if you're on a low budget, I don't know how good these are. Right, so if you're doing like $10 a day, $20 a day, anything under $50 a day, I just cannot see it being a very, very good strategy based on you're just not going to have enough data. So just something to keep in mind. So other things to consider about Performance Max, I've kind of already covered a lot of these guys, but yeah, the reporting is a big one. I've found a lot of my clients really want that in-depth reporting, which you just don't get. Smaller businesses that have an okay size budget, so like $100 a day kind of a thing, $80 a day. If it's a very small budget, less than $2,500 a month or something like that, probably wouldn't bother doing it. But if you're time poor, these are very good for it. If Google is like a secondary channel for you and you don't want to spend a heap of time and lots of time optimizing and this and that, Performance Max isn't a bad one. If you just don't have the expertise, and you're currently using Smart Shopping, so that's a big one. So if you don't have the expertise and you're using Smart Shopping at the moment, you're going to have to switch to this or Standard. So if you're used to Smart Shopping, you're probably going to have to switch to this. So another thing to consider is once you do this, your shopping campaigns and other campaigns will fall off a cliff. So transition across slowly, like maybe remove your bestsellers and keep them in their own campaign. And as the other ones pick up, shift it across. There's going to be a period where, and you're either going to have to let your clients know, or you as a business owner are going to have to know that as you transition across, there's going to be a period of, it's going to be wobbly. And so that's why I recommend either now switching to standard or to Performance Max a little bit earlier. This will probably get kicked down the road, I imagine. I think people like smart shopping. And I think this is definitely a move by Google to turn it even more into a black box of, just completely trust us. We know what we're doing. And me personally, I never like that as a decision, but that is where the company's going. So it is what it is. As I said, guys, in the next video, I will take you through how to set it up. This has just been an overview to get you familiar with the concept. Have a think about it, if it's good for your business, if it's not, and then stay tuned to watch this next video. And for those of you that are in the course, I am doing a case study on Performance Max campaigns, taking you through one of my clients and showing you what I'm doing, how it's going on an ongoing basis. So you'll be then very well equipped to kind of, know what to do, when to do, what to expect. So if you are interested in that, I will leave a link below. Obviously, I get heaps of messages about this, of why I'm doing this, why I'm selling a course, don't do this, it's bad. Guys, if you think it's so easy to set up a course, please go and do it. It's definitely not making me much money. I'm kind of doing it so I can, have some form of an incentive to do it, and then be around people that actually want to learn. Because a lot of the time when you upload stuff to YouTube, particularly very in-depth stuff, just doesn't get watched. It needs to be clickbaity. And with this video, I'm hoping that those of you that are listening are actually following along and trying to ascertain whether or not this campaign is right for you. So thanks so much, guys. I'll see you in the next video.